What's up, guys? Welcome to the Joseph Ryan Martinez Podcast, Episode 2. Second episode, second guest is a funny comedian, actor, and director, Jose McGee. He's my guy. He is in the house. Literally, we are 6 feet away, even though the camera doesn't make it look that way. And he is sharing with us about something we all got to go through in Hollywood, how to get your side hustle on, because he's leaving in 2 days to go to Myrtle Beach to make a bunch of cash this summer and then come back and do what he loves. Let's hear about it.
I mean, I'm committed. Like I'm not going to take a sales job. I'm not leaving because I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. I'm going to try to get this job so that I can do when I'm here, to where I can do this every day.
Sure, because that's part of your plan. But then 50, what does 50 represent?
Well, 50 was just like in my head. I'm like, I already put in 10 years to get good at what I do. Okay. So it took me 10 years to get good.
Right.
So with my homeboys who decided to go back to cell phones and they're millionaires now, that's where I got them telling. I said, as long as I keep doing what I busted my ass to get great at, I'm gonna peak. I'm gonna hit it. This is my year. This next 10 years is when it's happening. It's happening now. Yeah. All that stuff we're talking about. Me being a SAG actor in a dope movie. Me getting casted off the stage. I started doing stand up because I wanted to perform, but I want to get casted off the stage. I want someone to be like, man, I'll put you in a movie, right? Rather than having to go to an audition.
Sure.
Right. But I'll still go to auditions. But this 10 years. Pushing me, because I'm 38, pushing me into my 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. In those years that I just rattled off, it's just going down.
Okay, nice.
I'm getting better. Like,
there you go, cool. That's awesome.
But I can only get...
That's cool.
I got to 10 years, man. And getting to 10 years was huge. And now getting to 3 years in comedy, it's funny. Bringing comedy into the mix was a real wrench in the situation, you know? Like, wow, because it's such a tall task.
Sure.
Such a tall task.
Yeah, commitment.
Wow.
Commitment. Yeah. Because that's just more recently, right?
Right. Yeah, you know, like you and I are in the same boat. You know, you're like, man, you know, I love filmmaking, but it's tough. It's a lot of work.
I don't want to give up on it. I just I didn't like the culture of film, like hanging out in the culture of film to grow within. And I like being around comedians to grow within because I think you get the face slapping a little clearer. When you fall, it's clearer. It's like clear that I fell, and I like the immediate energy. Like as a daily spiritual exercise, I like going to a mic and talking to people in front of you. That's a spiritual fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you're doing stand up, it's a different nourishment. It's a different nourishment.
Right. But there's this really cool thing about the filmmaking and stand up have that are similar. It's that I only get better every time I do a new film. Like the last film that I did for Ben Morrison, I produced it for him and I killed it. I had the right lighting guy. Okay. We had the dope camera.
Who's Ben Morrison, by the way?
He's a stand-up comedian. He's a head writer for Funny You Should Ask.
Okay.
He's a friend of mine. And when you look at that footage, he did a play basically, but he made a movie out of it. Sure. But he didn't get film-esque on it. We just basically recorded got different angles. But the look
on the stage.
No, actually, it was. We put it. I took it off stage and we built. I was art director, producer. I built it for him at a location, and then we did all night filming for it. Okay. But I nailed
it. Like a sound stage?
No, just like you know who Robert Zapata is? He's another comedian.
No.
His house. We location scouted it. We're gonna do it there because it takes place in like a backyard on stage.
Got it.
So I basically.
Okay. And you're really good art direction, by the way. I know.
Yeah, love art direction.
Okay, go on.
But people look at that and they're like, man, that's really good. Unfortunately, like, and the acting's good. They killed it, but it's a play, right? It's a play. It's not a short film, right? But the look of it, the aesthetic, oh man, the sound, everything nailed it. So with comedy, to bring it back, with comedy, like you go up, you might bomb, you know, a night after you had a great night, but when you have a good night, it keeps you in the hunt. Oh man, you know, you're getting better, you know, like.
Sure. And
you go to do it again, and that's what I love. Like with the two of them, the similarity that I see is when you perform, when every time it gets better, you want to do it again.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, and I think it makes me stronger of a talking human. You know, what I mean, like I haven't done stand up in what. I did a show in Long Beach at the beginning of March. I did a show in Long Beach at the beginning of March, and then I think did we do that stuff downtown? I think that was the week of that. I had a good show. I still have to post a clip online. But I've noticed a lag in my mouth. My mouth doesn't have the bass it had.
Right.
You know, so now we've been locked up. And anyway, so I'm glad I got this to do.
Yeah, I hope that LA gets moving again. You know what I mean? I hope that, I hear that you're just back in the mix and doing your thing. I'll be in South Carolina trying to figure it out, but
So you leave for South Carolina
on Tuesday night.
So which is in like 2 days from
Yeah,
now.
you're going to take me, right?
Yeah.
Hey!
You got some cash, right? So
yeah, might as well.
in a couple days you're bound to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
There's got to be a country. Isn't there a country song? It's like South Carolina, here I come. Isn't that James Taylor?
I have no idea.
No, you got.
I know a lot of Atlanta songs.
I've got Carolina in my mind. Or there's a song I should know that. Carolina. Anyways, that's awesome. You're going out there. That's. I mean, just to go to another place, another setting. I'm not jealous of the roommate situation. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
but that's
totally. Yeah, I mean it's a sacrifice, man. I'm going out there to do a job to put some money in my pocket.
Right, and then you'll come back, and ideally, if everything worked out well, it's the end of April right now. You'd come back when?
August 31st.
Okay, so September, right around September 1st, which I think that's almost always Labor Day weekend, isn't it? It's always the last week of October, Labor Day weekend. So basically, you're going.
Right.
Good for you, man. No, I think it's you can't lose if you make money.
It depends. I don't think, from what I'm reading, productions aren't going to be rocking and rolling.
Sure.
So if I don't
Productions
have
here.
Exactly, film productions. So if I can't get on extra jobs and I can't make good money doing that, then I might as well be out there making money. So if I see, because they're going to text me, hey, we need you for this or whatever when everything gets moving again, and I'm not going to be able to do it. But if it's out there, I might just try to get to 50 sales, get 10, 15 grand in the bank. Just come back then and just continue it over here in the summer.
Okay.
It's more about
So you might come back in the middle of that time frame.
I could come back, yeah.
If it's not working, if it's not the best. Oh, man, good.
No, I mean, I'm not going to leave until I hit a goal. Like, there's going to be a goal. It's going to be money in the bank, basically. Right? Because when I come back, I have to start all over again. I have to get a new apartment, first and last month. I got to buy a car when I get back out here.
Right.
And then get moving again, get in the grind.
Yeah.
The goal for me is to do so well this summer that I don't have to go do another summer.
This is you selling for Vivint on the East Coast, the literally opposite coast.
Yep.
Selling home. What's the best?
Smart home security. Yep.
Smart home security.
Door to door.
Door to door, man.
And let me tell you, when I took this job, I said to myself, I'm going to do this. And I was a filmmaker / comedian, but really a filmmaker. And I felt like I'm doing it because nobody else is down to do this. Nobody else was going to go out there and try to put 50 grand in the bank to make films with, to be able to come out here and play with. Earn it and then come back and play with it. You know what I mean? And be able to do things. And, we talk about getting, some commercials done with some high quality to potentially get some opportunities to get paid to make films. And, that's going to cost a little bit of money, And so I feel like I'm going above and beyond doing something I know I'm good at to make money to be able to do this at 10-year on a high level.
Sure.
To hopefully.
I think it's a great, especially in your long-term plan like that. How the summer process works. Is that the most efficient or the most value-providing schedule? Well, no. In 5 years, you might have a different idea or POV on that. You're like, well, it kind of works, but I do it this way.
If I were to go, but the crazy thing is, if I go out there and I do 175, right? If I go out there and I don't come back till September 1st, and I'm able to put 175 new systems in, dude, I'm gonna have $100 grand in the bank. That is that's a life changer out here in LA, right? I don't have to live in downtown. I don't have to live in Little Mexico. I can get a nice place. I can chill. I can eat nice. I can show, it's, oh man, there's.
See, I've somewhat of ambition to live like on the west side, but I don't know, man. I'd rather just have the machine going. Whatever's gonna make the machine go.
Yeah, but I was there in year 4, right? Where it was but it was about getting to the point of year 10. Like, I'm good at what I do now. Like, if we have a budget, we can really knock it out of the park. I can put people around me to really succeed. You'd be one of those people now that I've met you.
Thanks.
Right?
Thanks, yeah.
And I've committed to LA. I'm done. I'm here. I want to die here. I want to have my kids here. Almost dying in that accident in January. I was in a bad accident. I told you about that. I'm till 50, but past 50, I'm here. This is where it's going to be. So to have when I started doing comedy, it was like, wow, I'm doing this every night. I need to find. All of a sudden, it was appealing to have a job, to make money, to be able to live nice, to be able to write jokes and and do whatever the fuck I want.
Sure.
So
my guy in Chicago, he owns like $1 million trucking company, and we shot a film for him. Jimmy Bracken, he's a badass. But what did he say? He's like, and we just interviewed him like 2 years ago. Last time the Pats won the Super Bowl. He was like, we're interviewing him in his like finished basement, has a movie theater around the corner. He's about to move out of that to a new home, and it was like the last week he lived there, last 2 weeks he lived there, a month or something. And he's like, I can have all this shit. He's like, but I can go back. I can always go back to eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. That's what he said. He's like, I can go back to that if I need to, Joe. And I can still make it work. And I think he said that because his company was hit like right in the penis during the crash of 2009. His company, they'd say that they had contractors who owed them money who just went back to Ireland, who just went back they left, they booked it. So anywho, I think once you hit those hard I think I'll come out of quarantine. This will completely have taught me something about LA that I'll talk about, about myself. Anyways, I don't know. I've hit some lazy bottoms in the last 6 weeks. I'm in the whole, what am I doing in this room playing Mario Kart?
No, I agree. I did everything wrong during quarantine.
Not everything. That's not true.
I really did.
No, it's not true. Oh, shit.
Not
everything wrong. What are you gonna, when else are you going to do it? If you're talking about having a family, having a wife, when are you going to be able to just kick with Jose for this chunk of time?
The reason I did it wrong is it just has to do with money. Like there was a point when I probably had like $9,000 in the bank just chilling, and I could have, if I would have just chilled on that money and not got into poker a little bit, I might not have to go to South Carolina and be like, I could wait this out.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now you know, bro. Now you know.
But I always planned on leaving anyway, so it was like, I was kind of like,
for that. Just, I would definitely watch gambling in a different light. Oh, yeah. How are you? But you can't take back time. You can't take back money.
Well, the problem happens when that's the thing about Vivint, and I like to work for the opportunity to gamble. So all of a sudden I can't. You can
just play. You can play. Right. You want to be able to play.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden I'm not working and I'm just gambling, and I was just like, there was times when I just wanted to play poker, so I got on and I really did start making phone calls trying to get me a sale because I wanted to get that sale in the books and be like, cool. Now I'm about to drop $250 on a game and see if I can
spend. Do you have fun in Vegas when you go to Vegas to hang out?
Sure. I can't wait.
What do you play in Vegas?
Where
do you go usually?
I'm not that into Vegas.
Gotcha.
Honestly,
for gaming though.
No, I'm not.
No shit.
I haven't been to Vegas, and I don't want to go back to Vegas until you can hangover throw down. It's something about
you can what?
Where you can really
party, have a good time.
Have a good time,
But I'm sorry, you didn't have that before. You didn't do that before.
I think one time I went to Vegas when I was making good money.
Don't let me go to Vegas, bro. Don't let me go to Vegas. I'm a problem in that town.
Yeah,
and I do it. I will say, man, I friends live there. One of my friends, she's recovering from COVID right now. But I can do it on a dime. I can do that town because I don't gamble though. I don't gamble. Barely. Right. I will sit. The best thing I like to do when I was drinking is you sit at the bar and you play the poker slots at the bar, and they give you free drinks.
Right.
So now you're spending, and I feel like I'm a gambler. But
totally.
But I'm going to spend $6 right now and get free drinks.
Yeah, one thing I do want to do is stand up in Vegas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just saw my guy on there. I just saw my guy.
What do you do? The Dirty 30?
His name's Raphael Totola. I gotta ping him, and he's a cool guy. I'll reach out to Ralph. Raphael. I think it's Ralph.
Man, it's starting to get hot in here, man.
Yeah, I'm cool. This is good, man. I think we're done. This was fun. We should do like a photo. We'll just look at the podcast. Do you want to do it with your
No.
This guy? Your mask?
Oh, I'm all right.
Look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.